Hey everybody, it's Benny1 and I'm back at you with another Star Trek movie review, everybody. And today we are reviewing Star Trek Nemesis, everybody. The 2002 Star Trek movie. And this was the final movie for our Next Generation cast and everything. It was their send-off movie, and damn, it was kind of a bummer of a send-off movie for our Next Generation crew, everybody. It really was. It's a bummer that this movie did not turn out better than it did, everybody. So this movie was directed by Stuart, I think it's Barrett, and it is well documented that some of the cast members actually called this guy an idiot, and they were all not very pleased with the finished product that this movie was. So, and everybody's back again as the characters that they've been playing in the movies and the TV show, but our big new person that shows up is Tom Hardy, and he plays Shinzon, everybody, and he's the big bad villain in the movie. He's like a clone of Picard that is basically dying, and Tom Hardy does a pretty good job. He's good at playing that kind of dark, sinister-ish type character in movies. He's just good at playing a very darker character in movies, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. So I thought he did a good job with what he was given in the script and like what they wanted him to do. So I actually liked him in the movie. And our cast is all good. They just don't really get a lot of character interaction in the movie, and for that being their final movie, I found that kind of strange. And that is another thing that is funny about this movie is there is almost an hour, I think it's like 50 minutes, but close to an hour of scenes, of character scenes that were cut out of this movie completely. They're all like scenes with our cast and everything, you know, that we're so used to watching and loving watching this Next Generation cast. And there was that much time of scenes with just them, their characters, developing with the story and everything that was cut out of the movie. I found that very odd that they did that. And the people who made this movie were the first, like, non-Star Trek people that actually made one of the Star Trek movies or wrote the story or directed it or whatever. They were the first, like, non-Star Trek people that made the movie entirely. And it shows. It totally shows, because they are so focused on not telling a Star Trek story. And that's what this movie is like, I feel like they tried to do everything they could to not tell a Star Trek story, but yet have the crew of the Enterprise that we've watched for years now in the movie, and it's a story about them, and it's their send-off movie. It kind of feels like they were doing everything they possibly could to make it feel way different than what it was. Because there's like car chase scene, there's a rape scene, which basically the whole point of the rape scene being there is to have something happen in the third act of the movie, in the final part of the movie, which is kind of odd choice for that. So, and the action is so over emphasized and everything, and like it's just crazy, like, and the plot and the story and like the character interactions and all that stuff, it's all put to the side for action. And it's not sci-fi action, it's just like action. It's not Star Trek action, because Star Trek is all about action, but it's got to have that sci-fi element to it too. So it's just, yeah, they really miffed on this movie, unfortunately, because it was a send-off movie for our Next Generation crew, guys. Like, it sucks. And the stuff they did with the cop, Data had an evil version of himself, and then Picard had an evil version of himself too. So it's like, so you got two copying little story arcs going on right there, and it almost seemed like they were reaching for some of this shit. So Riker and Deanna Troi got married. That was kind of cool. That was in the beginning of the movie. And Wesley freaking Crusher was there at the table at the wedding. He didn't say shit. He didn't say anything. Freaking Janeway, everybody. That's right. Also in the beginning of the movie. Catherine Janeway, the captain of Voyager, everybody. She is my favorite captain, actually, in case any of you wanted to know. She's my favorite captain, man. She shows up, she calls Picard up and stuff and tells him that, you know, he needs to go to the Romulans and everything, and that's what gets him involved with what's going on with Shinzon and everything. But she calls him up, and she's an admiral now, so I thought that was badass, because I was a little disappointed with the way Voyager just ended with them seeing Earth. Like, they didn't show them land on Earth or anything like that. I wanted a little bit more. So getting to see her in this movie as an admiral, you know, after her 7-year crazy mission that she went on. But that's another thing we could talk about in a different video. So, but yeah, guys, so overall, Star Trek Nemesis, it's a bad send-off for our next-gen cast. And man, the Star Trek movies were silent for 7 years after this movie. So yeah, but the one after this one, that's the one that got me into Star Trek in the first place. And that's our next review, everybody. So I'm going to give Star Trek Nemesis, got a little off topic there, sorry. I'm going to give Star Trek Nemesis a freaking 5 out of 10, everybody. Yeah, it's not that good of a movie. So a 5 out of 10 for Star Trek Nemesis, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I will be catching you on Tube later because I have spoken.